Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I offer my respectful obeisances to all the devotees at ISKCON Sydney. I feel very grateful to be amongst all of you this evening. This is my first visit here. I just came in the afternoon. I met a few devotees since I came here who are very kind and affectionate and very inquisitive to know more and more about the path of Krishna consciousness, and also exemplary in their personal practice. This is a great fortune to see devotees, to associate with them with Krishna Katha in the center. That's a great fortune. And by the grace of Srila Prabhupada, many places all over the globe are graced with an opportunity to practice Krishna consciousness. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, and all glories to the sincere, wonderful, dedicated followers of Srila Prabhupada. So with the blessings of Srila Prabhupada and all of you, I would like to speak a few words on this topic that you wanted me to speak on. The unparalleled beauty of Krishna, right? Yes, Krishna's beauty is really unparalleled. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited Vrindavan, he saw two parrots, a male parrot and a female parrot, discussing the glories of Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani. The male parrot Shuka was glorifying Krishna, and the female parrot Sarika was glorifying Radharani. You can increase the volume a bit, Prabhu, whoever is, maybe I am speaking softly or... So the male parrot Shuka was glorifying Lord Krishna in this way. Saundaryam lalanali dhairya dalanam leela ramastambhini Viryam kandukitadri varya babalat pare parardham gunaham Sheelam sarvajananuranchanamaho yasyayam asmat prabhar Vishvam vishvajanina kirtiravatat Krishno jagan mohanam Saundaryam lalanali dhairya dalanam. Krishna's saundarya, Krishna's beauty is so exalted that it can completely subdue the patience of all the Vrajavasis, that they get helplessly attracted to Krishna's beauty. Saundaryam lalanali dhairya dalanam. Their dhairya, their patience is completely subdued. Means, what does it mean? Patience is subdued means they become very restless looking at the beautiful form of Krishna. They want to run behind Krishna. They don't want to leave Krishna. So to that degree, Krishna can attract the attention of all the onlookers. Saundaryam lalanali dhairya dalanam. Leela ramastambhini. As far as his leelas are concerned, his pastimes are concerned, they astonish even Lakshmi Devi also. Viryam kandukitadri varya babalat pare parardham gunaha. As far as Krishna's physical strength is concerned, with his immense physical strength he can even lift Govardhan mountain at the age of 7. Not a small feat for a 7-year-old child to lift Govardhan mountain. Like that, the male parrot was describing various qualities of Krishna, of which Saundarya is the foremost. the first in the description. So Krishna is definitely physically beautiful, but another aspect of Krishna's beauty is the beauty of his heart, is the beauty of his character. What is the specific feature of Krishna's beauty or character? He gives more credit to his devotees than he takes for himself. He is the one who has orchestrated the Kurukshetra war, and he took the menial position of a driver of Arjuna. Well, he made Arjuna the hero of the battlefield of Kurukshetra. He made Bhima the hero of Kurukshetra. He empowered Bhima to kill all the 100 sons of Dhritarashtra. He empowered Arjun to kill the most prominent warriors of the time like Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Jayadratha and many other great soldiers, great warriors. But he just drove the chariot of Arjuna. That is the beauty of his character. So Krishna's form is beautiful, Krishna's character is also beautiful, Krishna's heart is also beautiful. But I was asked to speak on the form specifically or any beauty. Anything is fine. We'll discuss both. The beauty of Krishna's form and beauty of Krishna's character. Both we'll discuss. In the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, as Krishna was entering the forest of Vrindavan along with the Gopas and cows and Balram, all the gopis of Vrindavan very eagerly come out of their homes and see Krishna's beauty. The gopis say, Akshanvatam phalamidam naparam vidamah. Akshanvatam phalamidam. Akshan means ice. We don't see any other purpose for having ice. The purpose of ice is only to see the unparalleled beauty of Krishna. No other purpose for the ice. Akshanvatam phalamidam naparam vidamah. So what is the speciality of that beauty? Sukadeva Goswami describes. Barhapidam natavaravapuh karnayor karnikaram bibharadvasaha kanaka kapisham vaijayantim chamalam randharan venoradhara sudhaya purayan gopavrindair vrindaranyam swapadaramanam pravishad gita kirti. Barhapidam natavaravapuh. Natavaravapuh means Krishna's form is like that of a drama artist. Natavara, the best of drama artists. Vapu, his body. Karnayor karnikaram. Krishna wears a karnika flower, sometimes to the left side of his ear, sometimes to the right side of his ear. Karnayor karnikaram. Bibharadvasaha kanaka kapisham vaijayantim chamalam. Bibharadvasaha means Krishna's vasa, Krishna's this body, Krishna's cloth is like bibharat, is like shining yellow. Kanaka kapisham, that has golden hue. Vaijayantim chamalam. Krishna wears a Vaijayanti mala, a garland made of different kinds of forest flowers, and that garland is ever fresh, never fades. Vaijayantim chamalam. Randharan venoradhara sudhaya purayan gopavrindair. And he is filling the holes of his flute with the nectar of his lips, and thus the flute is emanating hundreds of melodious ragas. So many melodies that are mesmerizing the masters of musical science. Even the great masters of musical science like Shiva and Vishnu, Indra, even though they also get attracted to Krishna's flute song. Simple. What is flute? A small bamboo stick, hollow bamboo stick with some holes in it. But with that little instrument, Krishna can mesmerize the whole world. With the dry bamboo stick, Krishna can moisten the eyes of everybody who hears that song. Randharan venoradhara sudhaya purayan gopavrindair vrindaranyam swapadaramanam pravishad gita kirti. Vrindaranyam. In this way Krishna is entering this Aranya, forest of Vrindavan. Swapadaramanam, He is gracing the forest with his divine lotus feet, lotus footprints, because he wouldn't even wear shoes in Vrindavan. That's the beauty of Krishna's body. Vrindaranyam Swapadaramanam Pravishad Gita Kirtihi, and all his wonderful associates, the Gopas, are glorifying Krishna. So this is the speciality of Krishna's form as a cowherd boy in Vrindavan. Of all the forms of the Supreme Absolute Truth, the form of Krishna as a cowherd boy in Vrindavan Dham is considered the sweetest form, the most beautiful form. Of course, undoubtedly, Vishnu is beautiful, Ram is beautiful, even Varahadev is beautiful, Narasimhadev is beautiful. So, all the forms of the Supreme Lord are extremely beautiful. Yet, Krishna's form as a cowherd boy in Vrindavan is very unique and especially sweet. So, there is a elaborate description of Krishna's beauty in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, it's not just about relishing Krishna's unparalleled beauty of his physical form. What is the impact that this beautiful form of Krishna makes on our consciousness? Let us see that. Yes, definitely Krishna is beautiful. Nityam nirikshamananam yadapi dvarakaukasam navitrupyanti hidrishaha shriyo dhamangamachutam. Although the Dwarkavasis are regularly accustomed to see the unparalleled beauty of Krishna, Nityam nirikshamananam yadapi dvarakaukasam navitrupyanti hidrishaha, their eyes are not satiated. Shriyo dhamangamachutam, because the anga, the body of Krishna, Achyuta, is an abode of all beauties. Therefore, they are never satiated, they are never bored. The more you look at the beautiful form of Gopinathji, the more he appears beautiful. On the day of welcoming the deity or installing the deity looks so beautiful. After 1 week, he looks more beautiful. After 1 year, he looks even more beautiful. After 10 years, he looks even more beautiful. After 20 years, he looks much younger. So the beauty will only increase. Ever fresh beauty. So you may be seeing Gopinathji deity for a few decades by now, but his beauty is only increasing. We may become old, we may get white hairs, we may get wrinkles on the face, we may not have sufficient strength in the body, but he is becoming younger and younger in the deity form. And in the original form as Gopal in Vrindavan, or Vishnu in Vaikuntha, or Dwarkadhish in Dwaraka, or Mathuradish in Mathura, wherever he is always beautiful. Once Krishna looks at his own reflection in the crystal clear floor of Dwaraka palace, and he thinks, who is this person looking so beautiful? Krishna appreciates his own beauty, and because of his appreciation, his beauty increases. And Krishna wonders, why this person's beauty is increasing, ever expanding? And because he is wondering, the beauty increases even more. Just like if you have diabetes or some other disease, you may not be able to relish sweets, right? Even if you relish, you cannot digest. Right? Your tongue may taste it, but your body doesn't have the capacity to process it. Similarly, those who have this diabetes of lust, they cannot relish Krishna's beauty. Only those people who are healthy with love for the Lord, they can relish Krishna's beauty. Although Krishna is so beautiful, when Kaliya saw the beautiful form of Krishna, what was Kaliya trying to do? Trying to bite his chest. Tam prekshaniya sukumara ghana vadatam kridantima pratibhayam kamalodharangharim. So tam prekshaniya sukumara ghana vadatam. Although the Supreme Lord's form is so beautiful, exquisitely beautiful, when he jumped into the Kaliya lake, Kaliya only saw Krishna as an enemy, a trespasser, worth killing. He's trying to bite Krishna. Shishupal saw the unparalleled beauty of Krishna as he was presiding over this Rajasuya sacrifice. He was sitting in this royal assembly and everybody was glorifying him. Sahadev glorified Lord Krishna's position so much. Bhishma and so many sages, so many devatas, Brahmarshis, Rajarshis, Devarshis, all of them were relishing the glories of Krishna as spoken by Sahadev, and they all agreed to offer the first worship, Agra Puja, to Krishna. And Yudhishthira Maharaj was about to offer that Agra Puja to Krishna, and Shishupal got up. Who is he? Is he qualified to sit on that throne? Is he the qualified person to receive the Agra Puja in this great sacrificial assembly? So many qualified people are there. He was envious. While everybody is relishing Krishna's beauty, as even Bhishma, when he was departing from this world, he recollects this incident, Rajasuya sacrifice, where Krishna is just sitting on the throne about to receive Agra Puja, and every member in the assembly felt that Krishna is the most dexterous creation by Brahma. Because Brahma is the creator of everything in this world. Some innocent people, they were thinking that Krishna's beauty is also creation of Brahma. They were appreciating Brahma out of their innocence. They may not be fully aware. But the point is, they were attracted by Krishna's beauty. But there are other devotees who criticize Brahma seeing Krishna's beauty. Some devotees, innocent devotees, they think that Brahma has done a great job by creating Krishna in this way. And some other devotees who are more intelligent, they become frustrated while seeing Krishna, while trying to see Krishna, and they blaspheme Brahma. Brahma doesn't know how to design human bodies. He has given only 2 eyes to see Krishna. Krishna's beauty is so much that with 2 eyes you cannot relish Krishna's beauty. On top of it, Brahma has kept eyelids on this 2 eyes. They are constantly blinking. Within one eye blink, we are experiencing millions of yugas of separation from Krishna. Truti yugayate tvama pashyatam kutila kuntalam srimukham chate jada udikshatam pakshmakradrisha. Jada. So that dull-headed creator of this universe, Brahma, has created these human bodies with only 2 eyes, that too with eyelids. He doesn't know how to design human bodies. Let him take consultancy from us next time. Before he even makes blueprint for human body, we should tell Brahma, keep 1,000 eyes. No, keep 10,000 eyes. Remove eyelids so that we can see Krishna's beauty like that. That's their eagerness to see Krishna's beauty. So Krishna is so beautiful that people either appreciate Brahma or criticize Brahma when seeing Krishna's beauty. But Shishupal saw that same beauty of Krishna during the Rajasuya sacrifice, and he became envious. He started criticizing Brahma, chastising Brahma. Krishna. And eventually Krishna released Sudarshan Chakra to kill Shishupal. You know what happened later. Another time, Krishna, the most enchanting, beautiful Krishna, went to Hastinapur with a peace message on behalf of the Pandavas. He told Duryodhan, stop fighting with your own cousins. You are 100, they are 5. Consider that you are 105 brothers. Happily rule the kingdom. Take care of the citizens. Be happy. But he was not at all inclined to offer the kingdom back to the Pandavas. Then Krishna proposed at least 5 villages. 5 Kshatriyas, they will rule 5 villages. Then Duryodhan said, forget 5 villages. I cannot give them that much land that can be accommodated under the tip of a needle. Get lost from here. That is Duryodhan's arrogance. Not just that he did not accept the proposal of Krishna, he even tried to arrest Krishna. You see? Although Krishna's darshan is available and accessible to so many people in those days, even now also in the form of his deity, Krishna is visible to everybody. in the form of his teachings, Krishna is accessible to everybody. Bhagavad Gita, everywhere. It's not only for Arjuna, it's for everybody. But still some unfortunate people in poor consciousness, they won't be able to relish Krishna's beauty. They cannot appreciate the beauty of Krishna's character. They only say that Krishna instigated Arjuna to kill Karna in this way. Krishna inspired Bhima to hit the thigh of Duryodhan in that way. What is this? Adharma. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. And Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, Dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. And some people in this world blame Krishna for doing adharma, not knowing that whatever Krishna does is only dharma. You see. So, Krishna is definitely beautiful, but to be able to relish Krishna's beauty, we need to have the right kind of consciousness. And how do we develop that consciousness? By following the process of Bhakti Yoga. By sincerely doing Sravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam, we will be able to relish Krishna's beauty and any attribute of Krishna properly. Now let us see the impact of Krishna's darshan on our consciousness. When you come in front of the deities and see the lotus feet of the Lord, what is the impact of taking darshan of Krishna's lotus feet? Bhagavatam says, Sanchintayed bhagavatascharanarvindam vajrankusadhvajasaro uttunga rakta vilasannakha chakravala jyotsnabhirahatamahad hridayandhakaram. Sanchintayed bhagavatascharanarvindam means you should constantly and for a long time meditate on the lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Vajrankusad dhvajasaroruhalanchanadhyam. And those lotus feet of Krishna are nicely marked with some auspicious symbols. Vajra, a thunderbolt. Ankusha, an elephant driving instrument. Dhvaja, a flag. Saroruha, a nice lotus. Like that, there are so many auspicious marks on Krishna's lotus feet. Meditate on them. So what is the result of meditating on the lotus feet of the Lord? Uttunga rakta vilasannakha chakravala jyotsna bhirahatamahad hridayandhakaram. When you expose yourself to the moon-like effulgence coming from the toenails of the Supreme Lord Krishna, the thick gloom, the thick darkness of ignorance that is there in our hearts is completely dispelled. To dispel the darkness of your heart, expose yourself to the effulgence coming from Krishna's toenails. Meditate on the lotus feet of Krishna for a long time. One more shloka, glorifying the lotus feet only. The impact of taking darshan of Krishna's lotus feet. The next shloka says, Yat shaucha nishrita sarit pravarodakena tirthena murnyadhikritena shivaha shivo bhut dhyatur manashyamala shaila nisrishta vajram dhyayechiram bhagavatascharanarvindam. Yat shaucha nishrita sarit pravarodakena. The water that washed the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord Krishna becomes the transcendental Ganga river. And Lord Shiva is so auspicious, but by holding the water that washed Krishna's lotus feet on his head, or holding Ganga on his head, he becomes even more auspicious. That's the power of Krishna's lotus feet. And what is the power of meditating on those lotus feet? Dhyatu manashyamala shaila nisrishta vajram dhyayechiram bhagavatascharanarvindam. The sinful reactions we have, the sinful proclivities we have, the sins that we have are compared to a great mountain. And Indra's thunderbolt is known to smash all the mountains. In the olden days, mountains used to have wings. Right? Mountains can fly anywhere. That's fine. Flying is fine. But when they land somewhere, they will crush everything under them. So, Indra took a thunderbolt and started smashing all the mountains and cutting all the wings. So Indra's thunderbolt is so powerful that it can smash mountains. Similarly, when you take darshan of Krishna's lotus feet, the power of that darshan will smash the mountain of our sin in our hearts. Okay. The sin in the hearts is like mountain, and by taking darshan of Krishna's lotus feet, that mountain of sin is smashed, it's powdered, it's made into powder. So that's the power of taking darshan of Krishna's lotus feet. Okay, let's slowly come up and see the lotus face of Krishna. What is the power of seeing Krishna's lotus face? Lotus smile, beautiful eyebrows, beautiful eyes. Bhagavatam says, Hasamhareravyanata khilaloka tivram shokashrusagar visoshanamatyudaram sammohanaya rachitam nijamayayasya bhrumandalam munikrite makaradhvajasya Hasam harer avanata akhila loka tivra shoka ashru sagara visoshanamatyudaram. In this material world, by experiencing so many miseries, the conditioned soul started crying, and they created an ocean of tears. While lamenting, they created an ocean of tears. When you look at the beautiful, enchanting smile of Krishna, that ocean of tears is dried up. The ocean of lamentation is dried up. Basically, when you look at the beautiful smile of Krishna, decorating his enchanting face, we forget all miseries. How many of you had this experience of undergoing some difficulty, some anxiety, some pressure, some problems, and when you came in front of the deities, saw the beautiful form of the deity for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever time, you felt little relief, some pacification, some encouragement, some hope. That is the impact of Krishna's smile. It's not an imagination, by the way. Some people comment, when they see people in troubles, they go to temple to take darshan of the Lord, to get some peace of mind. Many people are artha bhaktas, means they are relief seekers. Artho, jignas or artharthi, gnani cha bharatarshava. You know that shloka, right? 4 types of people worship Krishna. Chaturvidha bhajante imam janasu kritana arjuna. Although they may not be pure devotees, ultimately you need to take shelter of the Lord without any material expectations. But some people come to the Lord to relieve themselves from anxieties. But there are other people who start commenting on them. Oh, that's only your imagination. It's not an imagination. The power of Krishna's glances, the power of Krishna's smile can actually relieve us from lot of material anxieties, can actually induce lot of spiritual desires in us. When you take darshan of the Supreme Lord Krishna, that darshan, the loving glances of the Lord, will inspire spiritual desires in us, will maintain those spiritual desires, and will fulfill those spiritual desires. While living in this material world, we only have material desires, most of us. But to get a spiritual desire, what is spiritual desire? To do Sravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam, to do some Vaishnava Seva, to go to some dham, to selflessly serve Krishna, these are all spiritual desires. It's my desire to make some special dish and offer to Krishna on the upcoming Janmashtami festival. That's a spiritual desire. It's my desire to make a beautiful garland like this for the upcoming Radhashtami festival for Radharani. That's a spiritual desire. It's my desire to study Srimad Bhagavatam and understand the pastime of Gajendra Moksha or Ambarish Maharaj's pastime or Krishna's pastimes and Vrindavan. That's a spiritual desire. So when you take darshan of Krishna's deity, the darshan, the loving glances of the Lord, will induce spiritual desires in you. To get a spiritual desire is a rarity in this world. But sometimes we may get spiritual desires on a festival day, or when you hear a lecture, or when you read chapter in Bhagavatam, you get a spiritual desire. How many of you have got some spiritual desire, but you could not maintain it? You could not maintain it. You felt like after hearing a class on Shastric study, you feel like every day I should read at least 1 hour. I should make a schedule. By the end of 2025, I should complete 3 cantos of Bhagavatam. You make some resolutions. That's a wonderful spiritual desire, but you could not maintain it. You could not live up to it. Right? You read 2-3 days, 4th day, gone. Ek din break le lete. It's like that. But when you take darshan of the deities regularly, you will be able to maintain your spiritual desires. You may maintain the spiritual desire, but you may not be able to fulfill the spiritual desire sometimes. You got a desire. I want to visit Vrindavan Dham in Kartik Yatra. You got that desire. You are able to maintain it. First year, second year, third year, every year you are thinking, I must go to Vrindavan. You are maintaining that spiritual desire, but you are not fulfilling it. Does it happen sometimes? You keep hankering to get it. Really, you are maintaining, the desire is there. It's not going. Earlier I used to think I must go to Vrindavan, but now there's no desire. I'm happy here. Not like that. You still want to go, but you're unable to fulfill it because of so many practical constraints, absorption in work, or 100 other reasons. You are unable to go, although you have that desire. You have the desire, you are maintaining the desire, but you are unable to fulfill it. Take darshan of the deities, you will fulfill it also. This is the impact, this is the power of darshan, power of seeing Krishna's form. So Krishna's darshan will create spiritual desires, maintain spiritual desires, and fulfill spiritual desires. So this is the power of. Let's not underestimate standing in front of the deities. Let's not underestimate the fortune or privilege of standing in front of the deities even for 5 minutes. Because of our restless mind, distracted mind, we cannot stand in front of the deities even for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. And even when we are standing in front of the deities, not that you have to come and stand for 1 hour, that's not the point here. You stand as much as you want to stand, as much time as you want to stand, but when you are standing in front of the deities, the focus may not be on the deity. You have this experience? Mind is thinking of 100 different things. Not being prayerful, not focusing on the form of the Lord, but focusing on many other forms around. It happens. You may stand for 5 minutes in front of the deities. You come out, somebody asks you, what is the color of Krishna's outfit? Dekha nahi. Pata nahi. That's fine. I am not saying this is a problem. You may not notice the color of the dress, but you have been prayerful, that's fine. But prayer also is not there. Noticing the details are also not there. So not that you have to remember the color of the deities every time you see. That's not the message here. Don't get me wrong. The point is, even while standing in front of the Lord, we may not think about the Lord. We may not be Krishna conscious. We may get distracted. That's the point. So we need to take that privileged opportunity to the heart and then take darshan of the Lord. So form is not just for the eyes. Oh, it's beautifully decorated form, and I get some eye massage, or I get some pleasure to the eyes. No, Lord Shiva says in the Rudra Gita, Darshanam nodi drikshunam dehi bhagavatarchitam rupam priyatamam svanam sarvendriya gunanjanam. Oh Lord, please give us darshan of your beautiful form, and you show me that form which is extremely dear to your pure devotees. And that form is Sarvendriya Gunanjanam. All your senses are completely satisfied just by coming in contact with that form. Form of the Lord, Rupa of the Lord does not impact only your eyes. Just like Naam means only for tongue. not for other senses. Not like that. All the attributes of the Lord can please all our senses transcendentally, spiritually. When you come in contact with Krishna's beautiful form, that beauty will please your eyes, and the flute of Krishna will please the ears. And the fragrance of the garlands that Krishna wears, the fragrance of tulsi leaves that Krishna has at his feet, the natural fragrance of his body that will please the nose, and his prasadam will please the tongue, his name will please the tongue. Thus, when you come in contact with the form of the Lord, all the senses are completely satisfied. This is what Lord Shiva says in the Rudra Gita, 4th canto of Bhagavatam, 24th chapter. All the senses are completely pleased. Namani pranayena te sukrutinam tanvanti tundotsavam dhamani prathayanti hanta jalada shyamani netranjanam samani shruti saskuli muralika jatanyalankurvate kamani vrita chetasamiha vibho nashami nashobhate namani pranayena te sukrutinam tanvanti tundotsavam. The holy names of Krishna will completely satisfy our tongues. It's an utsava for the tongue. To utter the name of Krishna, 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 Krishna is a great celebration for the tongue. Dhamani prathayanti hanta jalada shyamani netranjanam. And Krishna's beautiful form, blackish form, is the real ointment for the eyes. So people decorate their eyes with this kajal, right? The real ointment for the eyes is Krishna's beautiful form. Samani shruti saskuli muralika jatanyalankurvate. And the real ornament for the ears is not the earrings that we wear. The real ornament for the ears is the flute song of Krishna, or the holy name of Krishna, or the kirtan or bhajan glorifying Krishna. Kama nivrita chetasami havibho nashami nashobhate. So when we come in contact with all these attributes of Krishna, then our desires will no longer be material desires, they become spiritual desires. They become very elevated spiritual desires. So let's come in contact with Krishna's form and convert our material desires into spiritual desires. To spiritualize your desires, you need to see the spiritual form of the Lord, apart from chanting his names and doing other aspects of sadhana. Lord Brahma says the glory of Krishna's form in the 14th chapter of 10th canto of Bhagavatam, first sloka. Naumedyate bravapushe taditambaraya gunjavatam saparipichhala sanmukhaya vanyasraje kavalavetra vishana venu lakshmashriye mritupade pashupangajaya. Naumi idyate abravapushe. O Lord, we offer our obeisances unto you. You have abravapu. Abravapu means your bodily complexion is like that of a monsoon cloud, dark monsoon cloud. Tadit ambaraya. Your cloth is shining like tadit, lightning. Gunjavatam saparipichhala sanmukhaya. You wear gunjamala. It doesn't have very special ornaments in Vrindavan. In Vaikuntha and many other places, Krishna is nicely decorated. Lord Vishnu or Krishna nicely decorated with so many ornaments like crowns and necklaces, bracelets, anklets, many other things. His form is very opulent, grand, majestic. But in Vrindavan, Krishna's form is very innocent, simple. While Krishna is surrounded by soldiers, elephants, horses, ministers in Dwaraka, while he himself is decorated by crowns and different kinds of ornaments in Dwaraka. In contrast to this Dwaraka form of Krishna, Vrindavan form of Krishna is decorated with simple flowers and leaves and twigs and forest minerals, and is surrounded by cows, calves, gopas, gopis, butterflies, peacocks, parrots. So that is the simple form of Krishna. But the simple form of Krishna as covered by in Vrindavan is most enchanting, more enchanting than the majestic form of Vaikuntha and Dwaraka and Mathura also. That's what the scriptures say. Gunjavatamsa, he wears a simple Gunjamala. Paripichala Sanmukhaya, his face is resplendent with a beautiful peacock feather on his head. You know why Krishna wears a peacock feather, right? Anyone knows why Krishna wears peacock feather? How many of you know? You know? One common reason that many devotees know is when Krishna danced amidst some peacocks, the king of peacocks offered a feather to Krishna. Krishna honored it and kept it on his head. That's definitely one reason. In this reason only there is some nuance, some finer detail. Krishna looks like a dark monsoon cloud. And the peacocks get excited whenever they see rain clouds. In great ecstasy they start dancing. So Krishna looked like cloud and peacocks started dancing. And Krishna came in middle of the peacocks and he started dancing while playing his flute. Impressed with his musical performance, they gave peacock feather to Krishna. So Krishna is like a dark monsoon cloud, and the loving glances of Krishna are like showers of rain. And the cloth that Krishna wears is like lightning. So there is rain, there are clouds, there is lightning. What is missing here? Rainbow is missing. To complete this monsoon darshan by offering a rainbow to Krishna, the peacocks offer a peacock feather to Krishna. That's like rainbow, right? Peacock feather is like rainbow. Further, sometime back we were discussing, right? Whenever the gopis look at Krishna's beautiful form, they look at Krishna with unblinking eyes. Like this. They don't blink their eyes only. The unblinking eyes of the gopis resemble the eyes on peacock feather. They don't blink. On peacock feathers also there are eyes, but they don't blink, right? So to remember the unblinking eyes of the gopis, Krishna wears peacock feathers on his head, so many. You want more reasons? Krishna appears like a dark monsoon cloud. When Radharani stands next to Krishna, she looks like lightning because she has a golden form. Taditsu varna champaka pradipta gaura vigrahe mukha prabha parasta koti sharadendu mandale. So Srimati Radharani appears like a lightning. So she appears like lightning, he appears like cloud. The combined glances and smiles of Radha Krishna are like shower of rain. And what is missing in this darshan? Rainbow is missing. So peacock feather. So Krishna puts a peacock feather and he bends his head towards Radharani, right? So peacock feather also bends towards Radharani. One more reason you want? Srimati Radharani has a pet peacock. To impress Radharani, Krishna takes a peacock feather from that peacock and puts on his head. Radharani can recognize, oh, these are the feathers of my peacock. Krishna is wearing. You want one more reason? And the peacock is just walking on the road without opening his tail, just walking like that. So that the tail is like hanging like this, right? From a side view, that looks like a nice snake with some like shining feathers. So the gopis of Vrindavan wear their braids, which are nicely decorated with ornaments and flowers and some gems. So the braids of these gopis resemble the peacock tails. So to remember the gopis of Vrindavan, Krishna puts peacock feathers on his head. So these are various reasons why Krishna wears peacock feather. Brahma is saying, Gunjavatamsa paripichala sanmukhayam Vanyasraje kavalavetra vishana venu. Vanyasraje, you wear simple garland of forest flowers. Kavala, you have a simple curd rice in your hands. Vetra, small stick. So Krishna is not carrying some pizza or burger or paneer fried rice or what else, all the fancy dishes. Gauranga potatoes or so he's not carrying some very fancy dishes to his for his lunch. Simple curd rice in his morsel, in his hand, and here there is one pickle. Here there is another pickle. Here there is another pickle. He would eat like this, one little morsel of curd rice, and he would just spice it up with some pickle piece. So that's how Krishna eats, Kavala. Vetra, a small stick. Krishna is not holding any weapons in Vrindavan. He doesn't have Kaumodaki Gada. He doesn't have Sudarshan Chakra. He doesn't have Saranga bow. He has a small stick to control cows, and he would never use that stick anyways. It's like a decoration for Krishna, holding a stick. As all the cowherd boys are holding some sticks, he also wears some stick, holds some sticks. But he doesn't have to control the cow. Hey, he doesn't have to do all that. Other cowherd men will do, but not in Vrindavan. Krishna would just climb on a tree. From there he will call his cows, come here, come here, come here. They will come. Hasini, come here. Dhavali, come here. Kunkuma, come here. So he would just call all the cows, and the cows will just run towards Krishna in the evening with their upraised tails. So that's how Krishna tends cows. Kavala Vetra. Vishana Venu. Krishna is not having some special, what is that? Vishana Venu. Musical instruments. He's not having veena. He's not having violin, guitar, saxophone. He doesn't have all kinds of special musical instruments. Simple flute. So this simple attire as a cowherd boy in Vrindavan Dham is the supreme manifestation of the absolute truth as acknowledged by the supreme creator of this universe, Brahma. Lakshmashriye mridupade pashupanga jayam. So this beautiful cowherd form of Krishna as Balagopal in Vrindavan is the topmost manifestation of absolute truth. That's why in the Damodara Ashtakam, Satyavrata Muni denied all benedictions and wanted to see the beautiful form of Krishna. Varam deva moksham na mokshavadhim va na chanyam vrineham vareshadapiha idam teva purnatha gopala balam sada me manasya virastam kimanye. He's saying, Varam Deva, give me some varam, give me some benediction. Mokshamna. Generally, when devotees go in front of the Lord and say, we want varam, we want boon, the Lord says, you want liberation? No, liberation nahi chahiye. We don't want liberation. Mokshamna. He clarifies right in the beginning only. Moksha avadhimva. Moksha avadhi means the topmost form of moksha, which is residence in Vaikuntha planets. I don't want that also. He rejected it. Varam deva moksham na mokshavadhim va na chanyam vridesham vareshadapiha. Although you are Varesha, you are the bestower of the best boons, still I don't want liberation. Anyam, I don't want Ashtasiddhis. I don't want some powers like mystic powers of becoming greater than the greatest, smaller than the smallest, lighter than the lightest, heavier than the heaviest. I don't want all the siddhis. Na chanyam vrineham vareshadapiha. Although you can bestow all kinds of benedictions, I don't want moksha, I don't want liberation, I don't want residence in Vaikuntha planets, I don't want Ashtasiddhis, I don't want anything. Then what do you want? The Lord may question. He says, Idam teva purnatha gopala balam sada me manasya virastam kimandyehi. Let this beautiful form of Bala Gopal be constantly manifest in my heart. That's the only benediction I want. Why? He clarifies in the next shloka. Idam te mukham bhojamatyanta nilair vritam kuntalai snigdha raktaischa gopya muhuschumbitam bimba raktadharam me manasya virastamalam lakshalabhai. Idam te mukhan bhojam, this beautiful lotus-like face, atyanta nilaihi, very bluish, atyanta nilair. Vritam kuntalai snigdha, it is also nicely framed or encircled with kuntalaihi, curly locks of hair. Snigdha, very soft, very glossy. Snigdha raktaischa gopya, he has bluish face and that has reddish tinge here and there. That's how Krishna's face is. And reddish lips. And Mother Yashoda is constantly kissing the cheeks of Bal Gopal. Raktaischa Gopya. Let this beautiful form of Bal Gopal be manifest in my heart. Alam akshalabhaihi. Why do I need lakhs and lakhs of other boons? I just want this boon only. So this is the eagerness of devotees to see the beautiful form of Krishna. भांडीरे शशिखंड मंड नवरा श्रीखंड लिप्तांग हे वृंदारण्य पुरंदर स्फुरद मंदेन्दीवरश्यामलम कालिंदी प्रिय नंद नंदन परानंदारविंदेक्षण श्री गोविंद मुकुंद सुंदरतनो माम दीनमानंदय. भांडीरेश, O Lord, you are the master of Bhandirvan. Shikhanda Mandanavara, you are very nicely decorated with so many peacock feathers. Shikhanda Mandanavara, Shri Khanda Liptanga He. Shri Khanda is not that we eat. The Shri Khanda is sandalwood pulp. Shri Khanda Liptanga He means your body is nicely smeared with sandalwood pulp. Shri Khanda Liptanga He. Vrindaranya Purandara Spurada Mandendivarashyamalam. You enter this Vrindaranya. Indivarashyamala. Your bodily complexion is like that of a freshly blossomed blue lotus that blooms in night time, that's bathed in moonlight. That's the complexion of Krishna. Kalindi Priyanandanandana Paranandaravindekshana Shri Govinda Mukunda Sundaratano Mam Dinamanandayam. The gopis are saying, this author of this shloka, Padyavali, is saying that, O Govinda, O Mukunda, O Sundaratano, O Lord who has such beautiful form, Mam Dinamanandaya, please give me some ananda by giving your darshan. The Lord's beautiful form can outsmart the beauty of 10 million cupids put together. Kandarpa darpa hara sundara divya murte Kanta kuchamburu hakutmalalola drishte Kalyana nirmala gunakara divya kirte Shri Venkatachalapate tava suprabhatam. Kandarpa darpa hara sundara divya murti. The Lord is so beautiful that he can completely steal the pride of Cupid, who thinks that I am so beautiful. Brahma Samhita goes one step ahead and says, goes 1 crore steps ahead and says, Kandarpa koti kamaniya visesha shobham Govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami. Kandarpa koti. 1 crore cupids you bring together. The combined beauty of 1 crore cupids will look insignificant in comparison to a trace or a drop of Krishna's beauty, which is like an ocean. Govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami. We say, O Adi Purusha, Govinda, tam aham bhajami. I worship you. And what does Krishna say? Yayathamam prapadyante tam sataiva bhajami aham. You say aham bhajami, he says bhajami aham. Resounding. Reciprocation comes like a resound. You say bhajami aham, he says bhajami aham, same thing. The way you approach me, in a similar way I will reciprocate with you. Tam aham bhajami. bhajamyaham. This is the beauty of Krishna's character. To reciprocate with the love and affection of his devotees. Of all the aspects of Krishna's form and Krishna's personality, his ability and his intention and his desire to reciprocate with the love and affection of his devotees is the topmost quality. To manifest this quality, Krishna can compromise on all other qualities also. Being impressed with Mother Yashoda's love and devotion, Krishna agreed to be bound by Mother Yashoda's ropes of love. To do so, Krishna compromised on all other opulences. Krishna is the fastest, but he is caught so easily, effortlessly by Mother Yashoda. Krishna never speaks lies. Krishna is the absolute truth, but he spoke so many lies in front of Mother Yashoda. Why? Out of fear. Mother Yashoda may punish me. And Krishna is fearful to fear personified, but he becomes fearful of Mother Yashoda's stick. Even great yogis also cannot capture a trace of Krishna's form within their hearts, and Yashoda Mother could easily capture Krishna. So these are the various opulences that Krishna himself has compromised to highlight his main opulence or main beauty of his character, which is to be captivated by his devotees. Bhakti Baddham, Bhaktairjitatvam, Bhakta Paradhina, Aham Bhakta Paradhino hi Aswatantra Ivadvichaha. I am Bhakta Paradhina means I am completely under the control, captivity of my devotees. I have no independence. Aswatantra, no independence. So this is the beauty of Krishna's character. So Bhagavatam very meticulously combines descriptions of Krishna's beauty, beautiful form and beautiful character, and nourishes our hearts. Okay. So another aspect of Krishna's beauty as highlighted by another beautiful shloka. Fullendivara kantimindu vadanam barhavatam sapriyam Srivat sankamudara kaustubhadharam Pitambaram sundaram Gopinam nayanotpalarchitatanum gopasanghavritam Govindam kalavenu Divyanga bhusham bhaje Gopinam nayanotpalarchitatanum. Krishna's form is worshipped or bathed by the flowers of gopis' glances. We do sometimes pushyabhishek, right? We take flower petals and then offer to the Lord. We bathe the Lord with these flowers. Similarly, the gopis of Vrindavan bathe the Lord with the flowers of their loving glances. Gopinam nayanotpalarchitatanum nayana. Their glances are like utpala, flowers. Architatanum. And Krishna's body is bathed, done abhishek with those flowers or flower petals. So this is the way Krishna's form is worshipped. Further, not seeing that form, devotees become completely restless. Devotees become very impatient when they don't get an opportunity to see that form of the Lord. Because many times, many people, many devotees go to different temples for what? For darshan, for darshan. And when they are coming out of the temple, there is a big board there. Punar darshana praptirastu. May you get this darshan again. And they also pray that, oh Lord, thank you very much for giving me this darshan. Give one more chance. Devotees pray like that, right? What is so much? So what is so special about it? Because Krishna's, when you are coming in front of the Lord, it's not just that you are taking his darshan. It's not just you are seeing him. He is seeing you. Of course, you are seeing him, definitely, but he is seeing you. When his loving glances fall on us, that will completely nourish our hearts, that will completely destroy our miseries, that will rejuvenate our enthusiasm in spiritual life. And as I said some time back, that darshan, the glances of Krishna, will create spiritual desires, maintain spiritual desires, and fulfill spiritual desires, and induce detachment to this material world. Material beauty agitates the mind with a desire to enjoy, especially in young age. When a young boy sees a young girl or a young girl sees a young boy, naturally the desire to enjoy will sprout in the minds of this young people, right? Material beauty, whenever they see a beautiful form, they want to enjoy it. Not just form of opposite gender, anything beautiful. You see a beautiful scenery, you feel like enjoying it. Right? Oh, how can I have some fun here? So material beauty agitates the mind, but spiritual beauty satisfies the mind, pacifies the mind. Material beauty agitates the mind with a desire to enjoy, but spiritual beauty pacifies the mind by inducing a desire to serve. It is in service that you get satisfied. It is in selfless service that you get satisfied and pacified. But it is in selfish enjoyment that you get agitated and restless and passionate and ultimately feel frustrated and exhausted. Any selfish ambition to enjoy on a material plane will only frustrate us, will only make us disappointed and discouraged. But any attempt to selflessly serve the Lord will satisfy us. And Krishna's darshan will induce that selfless desire within us to serve Him. There are many more things that we can discuss about Krishna's beauty and character, but I want to leave this last 15 minutes where we have 14 minutes more before Aarti. If you have any questions, you can ask. We'll spend this last few minutes for questions. Yes, bro.
We are spending around 2 hours for chanting. And at that time, we are just need to hear it. But along with that, if we have some form of, Radha Bhakti or whatever you like it, is there anything you can suggest that we can lift that also, and we can do our chanting that we can focus on? Our mind goes here and there. So,
Yeah.
anything we can do.
You can definitely sit in front of the deities or keep a photo in front of you. And if that is helping you focus on the holy name better, why not? You can do it.
Anything else we need to, because still mind goes here and there. So is there anything we
Put 2 photos.
someone suggests go in the past times and still go with the lot of things?
If it is going on Krishna's pastimes, it's fine. If it's going on some other pastimes, that's a problem. Basically, the Naam of Krishna can give us entrance into Rupa, Guna and Leela of Krishna. We chant Naam. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna is all attractive. So that name, the meditation on the name of Krishna will give us entrance into the all attractive form of Krishna. You say Sham Sundar, Radha, Shama Sundar, Radha, Shama Sundar, Radhe. So that utterance of Radha Sham Sundar's name will give you entrance into relishing the beauty of Sham Sundar, Rupa. Right? Naam gives you entrance into Rupa. Then Guna. You say Mukunda, Mukunda. So the meditation on the name Mukunda will eventually make you meditate on the quality of the Lord as giver of liberation. Mukunda means one who gives liberation. Mukunda Mordhna Pranipatya Yache, Mukunda Mala Stotra, Kalashekaral verses. And Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhi. The utterance of the name Damodar will give you entrance into meditation on the Leela of Damodar. So Naam has that potency. When you sincerely chant the names of the Lord, the names will give you entrance into forms, qualities and pastimes of the Lord. So Naam is the doorway to enter into Rupa, Guna and Leela of Krishna. So nothing wrong as long as your so-called distractions are within the umbrella of Krishna's Nama Rupa Guna Lila. But the problem is, while chanting, other forms. Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, all that, that's the other forms, that's the problem. But you keep a photo in front of you and then you are, of course, we have to hear the holy name. But if you are feeling that mind is too restless, and if sitting in front of a DT or sitting in front of a Hare Krishna Mahamantra written like that, if that is helping you absorb more in Nama, that's fine, let's do it. Nothing wrong in it. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. 3 hands. Whom will you unmute first? You decide. The coordinators will decide. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Hmm. Bhagavatam says, Yasyam Vaisruyamanaayam Krishne Paramapurushe Bhaktirutpadyate Pumsaha Shoka Moha Bhayapaha. Yasyam Vaisruyamanaayam, by hearing Bhagavatam, Krishne Paramapurushe Bhaktirutpadyate. We will develop bhakti, devotion, love for Krishna, who is Paramapurusha. So hearing Bhagavatam is the way to cultivate love for Krishna. And also chanting holy names, no doubt. Chirada dattam nijagupta vittam swaprema nama amrutam atyudaraha. We'll get prema by nama. Krishna Nam will give us Krishna prema. Krishna Katha will give us Krishna prema. So that's the way. Sravanam, Kirtanam are the ways. Hare Krishna. Yes, ma'am.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for visiting Sivanas. Prabhuji, my question is, from Lord's speech, features like eyes, nose, his lips, does it signify any kind of, like, any characteristics of when we meditate on any particular feature of Lord, does it destroy any anarthas in our heart?
That's what we discussed some time back. When you meditate on the lotus, no. Overall, meditation on the Lord's form overall will destroy overall anarthas. But there are specific descriptions given in Bhagavatam 3rd Canto 28th chapter. You meditate on the lotus feet of the Lord, sins in the heart are destroyed. That does not mean meditation on the lotus face of the Lord will not destroy the sins. You meditate on the smile of the Lord, your miseries are destroyed. That does not mean meditating on the lotus feet of the Lord will not destroy the miseries. Basically, angani yasya sakalendriya vrittimanti pashyanti panti kalayanti charam jaganti. All the limbs of the Lord can perform the functions of all other limbs. One limb can perform the function of all other limbs. So, there is nothing like, oh, eyes this one, nose this one, hand this one, leg this one. That in Virat Rupa it's mentioned, all that. But you meditate on the form of the Lord. That's fine. Lotus feet specifically.
Then we should not make it so confusing.
Yeah, let's not try to compartmentalize or make it overly specific. Everything, every part of the Lord's body is spiritual. Any other question? Yes, Prabhu. Certainly pujaris have this. पुजारी से टर्बन ऐसा क्यों बांधा है आज, ये ड्रेस क्यों चूज किया, टुडे दे शुड हैव चोजन दैट ड्रेस, सो आई हैव बीन आई नो आई नो yes, I know. Nothing new. I have experienced all this. Personal realization. I can speak with personal realization. In the stage of sadhana, engaging senses in Krishna's service is more easy, practical than engaging mind in Krishna's service. When you're chanting the holy names of Krishna, you're trying to engage your mind, concentrate your mind on the name of the Lord, withdrawing all other senses. Senses have practically not much role in chanting. Senses are there. Tongue is chanting, hand is counting, ear is supposed to hear. But all other senses don't have active engagement. Sometimes we chant, we sit at one place and then chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. After 1 or 2 rounds, we will get up and start walking. If your legs are paining,